Hey guys, it's Monster with another review, and these are the Godzilla Store or Godzilla Ride, Godzilla and King Ghidorah figures, which not very easy to find at a good price, so they were a bit pricey, but I was lucky enough to get them together, and yeah, these guys are pretty impressive, detail-wise, but they are from I think it was the China Godzilla ride. I'm not too sure what the ride's like, because I don't really go out of country, so can't tell you much about it, other than there was a trailer out. You can probably find some videos about it. Maybe it has some connections to the Godzilla vs. Evangelion. I don't know, but I know it came out after Godzilla 2019, or Godzilla vs. Kong. These guys are definitely heavily inspired by the 2019 designs, obviously. So let's get a closer look at these guys. We'll check out Godzilla first. So, paint-wise, overall, he's done in this very, kinda not very noticeable dark green color with black over top of that. Somewhat see the green in the camera. It's not super noticeable in normal lighting, but I just noticed that with this my phone camera on it. It goes all throughout his body. Somewhat like a dark copper green. A little bit of a shine to it. I like that. And his whole body's textured in the scaling. It's like very bumpy, overlapped scales. Definitely on his hands, his toes. And his toes are done in like a kind of a light brown or a dark tan. The spikes are very almost Godzilla Earth looking. Kind of like big leaves. It's like a mixture of the 54 spikes and Godzilla Earths, or GMKs. And it starts to dull down quite a bit right after the base of the tail there. And it just moves into these little bumps, keeping that green color. And there is a glue seam line here. You can somewhat see it on either side of the spikes, so they must have painted the whole thing first and then glued it in. But no biggie, still looks good. It's just a little bit noticeable if you look closely at it. And that face, each tooth is painted. If I can get the focus a little bit. There we go, you can see the red mouth, glossy red, each little tooth. Also, his fingernails are done in that dark tan color. And he looks pretty beefy. He's got all that texture on the stomach too. His head is kind of like the 2000 Godzilla head. And almost cat-like. A little bit. It's not easy to tell. And he's got elbow spikes. And that reminds me of the 1996 Gamera. And he also has little points on his ankles there, which is also neat. Now, articulation is basically just his arms. They can go all around if you want. And his legs can go all the way around. That's about it for articulation. His tail does have a couple glue seams here in the middle and here at the base, but they don't turn. They're just glued in. I think it would be nice if they were able to move, because this guy was pretty expensive. I'd expect him to be a little more articulated. But yeah, it is what it is. Here's his tag. I'm not sure if that's an image from the art or it's just from the ride. The back, his spikes. I don't know Japanese, but it's Bandai 2021. Guessing that says Godzilla Ride version down there. And let's get into some comparisons. So I have this guy, the 2019 Godzilla. And I thought he would be pretty nice to look next to him. And see, they likely got some inspiration with him. They definitely have similar builds, beefiness. This dude does have a little bit less detail. But yeah, both have that 3D kind of style art on their cards. They both look pretty menacing. And they have that solid color eyes. His are white, his are blue. And yeah, let's move on to Ghidorah. So here he is, the false god himself, Ghidorah. Not sure if he goes by Ghidorah or King Ghidorah in the ride, but you know, yeah, he's pretty wide. I think he's a little bit wider than the 2019 Ghidorah, but he's definitely heavily inspired by the 2019 figure. But he's got a lot more paint. He's more solid feeling. You hear that? He's pretty hefty. And he is soft vinyl, same as the Godzilla. But the Godzilla might be a little bit more solid than him. But anyway, he's got them little fingers on his wings, you can see. Claws. If it'll focus a little bit. So he's got 3 claws on each wing. And then he's got all this dark, let's say brownish dry brushing. It's like light brown all around his body. And his undertone is like a mustard yellow, just like the 2019 one. He also has that kind of layered scaling like the Godzilla had. I kind of like that. Makes it feel more dinosaur or dragon-like. Its back. That. See some muscle definition in the wings here. So he's very, very muscled. And he's got veins going through his wings. You can just barely see that. And this top part of his wings are actually a solid color. They're kind of a dark orange. And then toes are also that bone white. Kinda. And then underside, it's just that plain orange, same as the top, but it does have that veiny texture. His necks, they're all in that roaring pose, each head. And this Ghidorah is kind of unique compared to the others, because this one actually has beaks instead of just like a normal mouth. So I like that about this figure. He has no real paint on his teeth, but each head's roaring. His head is pretty underpainted. His eyes are kind of goldish. He's got the pink mouth, glossy pink. In articulation, all you get is ankles, sadly. So both legs, that's all that moves. His feet are pretty bird-like. 3 toes, and they're like scaly. His back, very spiky. I thought that was cool. Down his tail, spikes all the way to the ends of barbs or whatever these are. Yeah, it's like a pronged tail. Now, also his tag. There you go, 3D picture of his tag. Godzilla Ride version. Back. It's just his wing. Cool. Now comparison. Here's where you can tell where this guy was inspired from. 2019 Ghidorah from Godzilla Godzilla King of the Monsters, I mean. So, this Ghidorah looks a lot like him, except he doesn't have like the folded up wings, kinda, like he does. Like he's flapping. And also, he's pretty tall. He's standing up straight. But this dude, he's pretty hunched. So you can see, like that. Yeah, he's a little bit shorter, like GMK. He's got that similar pose. And also, he doesn't have the hands on his wings, which is interesting. And I saw on the new upcoming SH Monster Arts Ghidorah, the special color version, he comes with these wing finger things that are going to be in the midsection of his wings. So, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to get it. Maybe we'll see what you guys think in the comments. And they both do have that kind of gold pupil thing. You can almost see it on some of these. And then you can see on him, he's got the gold pupils. But his mouths aren't painted. So far, I think the Bandai Movie Monster series, Godzilla King of the Monsters line, has been the worst. For the articulation and detail wise, it's just not very good. But yeah, it's a 2019 compared to the 2021 Ghidorah. So that's the Godzilla vs. Ghidorah Godzilla Ride figure reviews. So, thank you all for watching. Smash that like button if you enjoyed it. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you want to see more figure reviews like this, especially with these expensive figures. You don't get a lot of people reviewing these. There's only a handful of these guys that have been reviewed. So, yeah, smash that like button if you want to see more like this. And thank you all for watching.